Right now, on a Google server, there's a human brain you can rewind like a video. It's real. It came from a living person, and it proves something we weren't ready for. Your mind, the thing you call you, can be copied, stored, and read like a hard drive. They started with a speck. They're not planning to stop there. And once your mind exists as a file, it can be copied, shared, or stolen, just like any other. Let's rewind. In 2024, Google Research and Harvard's Lichtman lab published something in Science that should have been front page everywhere. They took 1 cubic millimeter of human brain donated by an epilepsy patient during surgery and mapped it completely. Not a scan, not a blurry MRI blob, every single cell, every connection at nanometer resolution. Think of it like this. For 100 years, studying the brain was like trying to understand a city by looking at it from an airplane at night. You see the glowing patches. You have no idea who lives there or who talks to whom. Google just landed the plane, walked every street, and photographed every doorbell. And this wasn't a one-off stunt. It capped 10 years of Google's Connectomics team, quietly building the tools, the same team that already mapped the fruit fly and is now aiming at the mouse. The human sample wasn't the finish line, it was the proof of concept. That tiny sample, 57,000 cells, 150 million synapses, and here's the kicker. Glial cells outnumbered neurons 2 to 1. The support staff of your brain is the majority, and we barely understand what they do. And those support cells, growing evidence links them to memory, mood, even how fast you think. We ignored the majority of the brain for a century and called it settled science. To capture it, Harvard sliced the tissue into more than 5,000 sheets, each about 30 nanometers thick, roughly 10 hydrogen atoms wide. Imaging alone took 326 days. Then Google's AI stitched 225 million photos into one 3D map because no human team could do it in a lifetime. Now, when the machines finished, they found things that aren't in any textbook. Lichtman himself said the data was incompatible with what you would read. Exhibit A, a single axon, one output wire from one neuron, wrapping around another neuron with up to 50 separate connections. Normally, it's one. Nobody knows why. It might be how you burn in your most important memories. Exhibit B, strange axon whorls, where wires knot themselves into loops for no known reason. And a hidden mirror-symmetry deep in the cortex, neurons quietly organized like reflections, a pattern we never knew existed. Translation, we've been confidently teaching brain science while missing structures hiding in a rice grain of tissue. Why it gets terrifying? Here's where the room goes quiet. That cubic millimeter is 1/millionth of a full human brain. The whole thing, roughly 1,000 times a mouse brain, and Google's already started mapping mouse brains, funded by the U.S. National Institutes of Health. So the tools are here, the AI is here, the funding is here. What's not here is the law. A complete wiring diagram of a brain isn't just medicine, though yes, it could crack Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and epilepsy wide open. But a map of connections is a map of you, your habits, your fears, the physical shape of how you think. And right now, there's no rule that says who owns that map. Not you, not a court. Whoever holds the servers holds the blueprint. And the jump from mouse to man isn't sci-fi, it's just scale and time. Every year the AI gets faster and the tissue gets bigger. The only thing still missing is the moment we agree it's too late. Your brain runs your entire reality on about 20 watts, less than the bulb in your fridge. It's the most sophisticated machine that has ever existed, and for the first time in history, we can photograph it wire by wire. The science is breathtaking, the intent is genuinely good, but the same map that heals a brain can read one. So the real question isn't whether Google can map the human mind. They already proved they can. The question is, when they finish, who gets to keep the map?